There are a lot of remaining questions about whether more could have and should have been done to prevent this attack.
New Orleans City Council members Helena Moreno and J.P. Morrell are calling for a joint legislative committee to investigate what went wrong.
But in the meantime,
I think it's pretty evident to people from seeing events across the world that terrorist attacks are now being focused on areas where lots of pedestrians are walking.
After increasing terror attacks using vehicles as weapons around the world, then Mayor Mitch Landrieu put together a $40 million infrastructure package to make sure Bourbon Street and the French Quarter were not terrorists' next target. And that included funds for bollards, sidewalk blocking metal archers, and a hydraulic road blocking gate.
This allows us, with permanent installation, to be able to utilize our temporary resources to sort of move and expand out that protection area. So, as we go through events like French Quarter Festival, as we go through Mardi Gras, we'll be able to implement additional security measures throughout the French Quarter and throughout the city.
That was Aaron Miller, Landrieu's Director of Homeland Security, in December of 2017 when the bollards were first installed. In 2018, after another attack in Toronto, this video shows those archers used on sidewalks on Bourbon Street to limit access.
Shortly thereafter, the malfunctions of those bollards ensued, from Mardi Gras beads on down.
Landrieu administration officials say Mardi Gras beads and debris were a problem, but one handled with regular cleaning of the bollard tracks.
Just like everything, that there were issues with beads and whatnot getting into the track, and so we used to go clean those. Clean them out.
And in September of 2019, the Cantrell administration installed more of them from the 400 to the 700 block of Bourbon.
The New Orleans Police Department, of course, deemed them inefficient because they did not operate the way that they were intended to do.
The timing on when the bollards were deemed inefficient is unclear, but a security assessment of the French Quarter done for the French Quarter Management District in 2019 by outside security firm Interfor concluded that they needed to be urgently replaced. The FQMD kept the full threat assessment report that detailed the extent of the problems with the bollards secret, only releasing this executive summary to the public in 2020. One of Interfor's main tactical recommendations on improving security, Interfor strongly recommends bollard mobilization to be fixed, improved immediately. The NOPD is the best position to oversee this measure.
We have been aware of the bollard situation for a long time, and we did indeed harden those target areas where the bollards are. We have patrol cars out there as a hard target, as well as with barriers.
But the sidewalks remained largely exposed on New Year's Day without those archers in place like we saw in 2018.
Actually, we have them. I didn't know about them, but we have them. And so we have been able now to put them out.
Chief Kirkpatrick has been taking some heat online for not knowing that those archers were in the city's arsenal to protect that area for when they removed the bollards to do construction on them and replace them in November for the upcoming Super Bowl. That's despite the fact that they got that recommendation back in 2020 that said those bollards needed to be replaced urgently.
We reached out to the Cantrell administration for comment and more details on when the NOPD deemed the bollards insufficient. Her spokesman referred us to the NOPD, which in turn referred us to Cantrell's statement on the bollards issued earlier in the week that didn't answer those questions.